Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me, your boy. My throat hurts here. Welcome back. If you haven't heard, well then listen. The 21W068 snapshot was a gigantic snapshot. In the snapshot, caves were entirely redone, like completely. Old Minecraft cave, goodbye. New Minecraft cave, hello. In the other day's snapshot showcase video, we explored the caves a little bit. If we pass 7K likes, there will be a part 2. Today is part 2. Real quick, before I do anything else, I'm going to need to ask you to do a favor. We're trying so hard, the most hard, to hit 1,000K. I would appreciate it. If you hit that subscribe button, it would help us big time. Thank you. So after we passed the like goal in the last video, I went on Twitter and asked you guys how I should make this video. I got a ton of responses from you guys. It seemed like a common theme was survival. So today, that's where we start. Now, there's no way that I'm going to go into the caves like this. They were definitely a really dangerous place. So I think we're going to go ahead and start by gathering a little bit of wood and... what's that? No way, no way, no way. This is a chest tree. Do you guys know how rare this thing is? This thing is so rare. There's like no chance of this spawning. Oh, wow. Look at that folk here. Okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. This will help us get into the caves a little bit easier. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so iron armor. I figured torches, a little bit of logs, a sword, sharpness 5. That'll do. It's not the best in the world, but it'll do. Steak, bow, you know, basic survival things. This stuff should help a lot, definitely. Now, I just need to find a cave. So the 21W068 snapshot changed generation entirely. The bottom limit of this world is now -64, which is absurd. Caves also will generate in between here, Y64-ish and -64, so it's crazy. All we need to do is find an entrance of a cave, which might be a little bit tricky. The entrances of the caves are going to be flooded, so basically what we're looking for right now, I think, is just a giant pit of water that goes really deep. Okay, actually, scratch that. There's no water over there, but that's definitely a cave. There's a village right over there. It's like really spaced out, but here's an entrance. This is perfect. Guess I should probably put this out there. The seed, the coordinates right there. There you go. Okay, so hopefully this cave... Ah, yes, perfect. We have an entrance right here. I guess we'll mark it with a torch. There we go, the brand new caves. Now, just so you know, the brightness is already at 100. Now, right off the bat, this cave looks normal. I feel like this might be the old cave. Kind of forgot to mention it in the last video, but the old caves do still generate here. So we have a combination of the new caves and the old caves. So today, we're not really worried about ores. We just want to check this stuff out. Glow lichen, right there. That's amazing. Get out of here, skeleton. Get out of here. So when we were checking the caves out in spectator mode, I noticed the glow lichen for sure. It's definitely there, but I feel like from what I was seeing, glow lichen should generate more, like in bigger chunks. That would be really cool because the big caves, to be honest, they were really cool, but they were like insanely dark, as we'll probably find out today. So is that copper? I need to take it. So I feel like a little bit more glow lichen wouldn't necessarily hurt anything. I feel like it would only make things look a little bit more cool. Now, of course, things are going to be a little bit more different once we get the lush caves and the dripstone caves and everything like that, especially the lush caves. They're going to be kind of bright based off of what we've seen, but still, more glow lichen is not bad. Okay, so right off the bat, here we are down at Y16. Usually, this would be like pretty deep in a cave system. Now, honestly, it was pretty easy to get this low. I kind of just kept running, and then eventually, I ended up here. The question is, will this cave go below where it normally would have gone? Because so far, this cave is cool looking. It's nice, but it kind of looks like an old cave, which is not what I'm looking for today. So maybe, hopefully that way will go somewhere. I see a couple skeletons down there. Shouldn't be a problem, though. We've got a boat. We'll clean them up. All right, so check that. Right there, sideways block parkour. Skeletons, they're gone. One shot, always easy. This bow, infinity, power 5. It's amazing. All right, so right here, this is the moment of truth. Y12 right here. Are we going to pass below? Oh, we're going to pass for sure. Here we are, Y6. Normally, we would start to see bedrock right here. But there's no bedrock, and here we go. We've done it. No, not yet. We're at 3. Okay, we're close. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is the moment right here. Why? Okay, so close. Okay, well, I went down this long hallway. Still feels like the old caves, to be honest. Found a bunch of copper. Like, that's kind of crazy. We're at Y1. I think what we're gonna do is find a better cave. I hope it's not cheating. So far, everything that I've done in this video has been legitimate, like including finding all of these tools. But here we are at a brand new cave, and this cave is definitely going to be a whole lot more promising. Look at this cave. This is a long cave right here. Big, giant cavern. Exactly what we're looking for. So, right off the bat, we have skeletons and zombies in this part. Oh, wait, boy, go away. This is my cave now. My cave. Okay, skeleton. Let's recover real quick. All right, fine. You come to me. That makes it even easier. There we go. One shot and you're gone. Is that? No, it's diorite. Okay. Equally as disgusting as a skeleton. All right, so we have a giant cave. Right off the bat, yeah, this is going to be, like, impossible to light up all the way and, like, block spawns. And, honestly, because of how big it is, placing torches on one wall might... I mean, it would work still. Like I can do it. You can see right there. But, I don't know. It might not be the best way to do things anymore. Honestly... digging up might be the way to go, but then again, if you're like really deep in the world, like right now we're at 10, and you have to staircase all the way up from like, let's say like -30, that's going to be a long staircase, so your pickaxe is going to need a lot of durability. But look at this thing, with the torch glow in here, it's so cool looking. That is like so atmospheric and definitely cavey, like for sure. I'm so excited about these new caves, and I'm passing up all the copper. How could I? Okay, so let's see. It looks like we have like just little corners in the cave, and then just gigantic area, and then apparently a massive drop. Okay, that's dangerous. Let's see, we're at Y-1 right now. I think we should take the jump. Okay, so we jumped down all the way down into this pit, and we just jumped like 30 blocks. We're at Y-30 now. This is crazy, and it looks like it maybe goes even deeper. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, let's try and go a little bit deeper. It's gonna be a little bit dangerous though, because I don't have a water helmet, so hopefully this goes somewhere. And if it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Let's make an air pocket right here. Yeah, so the water generation, I think it's still being messed with, but it's going to be really cool, and it's definitely going to make caving an entirely different experience. Like, before, the water caves, you could just avoid them completely. It wasn't a big deal, or you could even go into them, and usually, not always, but usually, they really, like, weren't that bad. But now it seems like water is going to be a bigger part of pretty much all cave generation, which definitely means, like, water armor gets way more useful under the ground. Maybe even the superior turtle shell helmet that I just found on the ground here. How weird. Let's go ahead and wear a turtle shell helmet. I feel like this might actually help, like, a lot when caving. Hopefully we can find another big pit of water to check that out with. Another thing that I don't think is entirely finished is lava generation. Like, where is it going to generate all of that? Remember before, lava would generate, like, all over the place right near bedrock, and I think that's kind of gone, actually, at least from what I saw yesterday. Here we are. I'm kind of surprised that there are, like, no mob spawns down here, but more water. Turtle shell helmet, let's go. Now, right off the bat, this helmet is going to give us 10 extra seconds of water breathing, which is going to help a lot. After those initial 10 seconds, though, things are going to start to go down just like normal. Now, one thing that I'm thinking about realizing here, drowned are definitely going to be a bigger part of caving, definitely for sure. Now, because they're going to generate under the ground here, or zombies will, and then they'll walk into the water and stand around, and then convert over to drowned, which will be really, really interesting. Imagine going really deep down in a cave, and then you find one of these things, and you're just swimming around, and then boom, all of a sudden trident drown, and that's that. You're back up on the surface as soon as you found it. Yeah, so these water caverns are so cool. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm really finding much down here. Maybe I could find like a lot of ores, which is nice, but let's go ahead and get back up here and breathe. I like how these water caverns seem to connect different parts of the cave too. I mean, maybe technically this is connected to the other one, but it's still really cool. You could probably use these things to like cut around. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely use that. Ooh, did you just spawn in front of me? And there's another one over here too. And a zombie. That's cool. That's great. Thanks. This is fair. Yeah, no, look at this. We're like connected to the old cave, but we're farther off, which is really cool. Now, one thing that I'm kind of oh, amethyst geode. This is so cool. Look at this. It's just sitting here in the middle of the cave. That's so cool. Kind of weird, not gonna lie, but really cool. Anyways, one thing that I was gonna say that I'm kind of surprised that I haven't seen quite yet is more falling creepers. But I guess looking at the generation here, there really isn't that many ledges, at least in this cave, where a creeper would spawn up high. Like, I mean, one could spawn up there and fall down, but I would probably see that. But yeah, you know, like when you're in a ravine and then the creeper falls on you and it explodes like right away. Yeah, that hasn't happened like at all. Okay, I think I just found the coolest thing ever. I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't really seen it, but I saw a glimpse, and let's see. This looks like one of those gigantic caves. Oh, it's one of those gigantic caves. This is so cool. Look at this. It's like a gigantic cavern. Okay, so we're gonna check that cavern out, but really quick. I have a feeling that I should mine this granite right here. Oh, no way. Another chest. This is crazy. The luck. Okay, I have to be honest. I put this chest right there. It was worth it, though, because check this out. Elytra, imagine flying through these new caves. This could potentially be really dangerous, but also really cool. So, flight duration 1 rockets. This is probably going to be best. We don't want to rocket, like, right into the wall. Let's check this out, though. Look at this. Flying through the new caves here. Oh, this is so cool. I mean, it's dark. I know, it's dark, but look at it. Oh, okay, that's a wall. That's a wall. Look at this, though. Flying through the new caves. We go under the water a little bit, and we're still technically flying here, so we're using up durability, but rocket right there. Okay, another one, and then we hit the wall right there. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. That's really cool, though. Yeah, so I saw a couple requests on Twitter and in the last video to fly with an elytra in the new caves. That was really sweet. It reminds me, honestly, of flying with an elytra in the nether, but way less risky, because, I mean, sure, you could still hit the wall, that'll happen, but there's no lava, or at least not like a giant pit of lava below you, so, you know, a little bit safer, but this is so cool. Like, flying around in here, you could cover so much ground so quickly. Late game, mining, it might actually kind of be fun again, and actually cool to do too. See, usually how it goes for me is I mine a lot, and then eventually I make an iron farm, and by that point I've taken on the Ender Dragon, gotten an elytra, all of that stuff, so I really never have to go into the caves again. Also, going down into the caves late game, kind of pointless. Now, if there's something to find at least, it might have a little bit more of a point. Now, look at all of these mobs over here. When flying around in the cave, it looks like I created basically just a bunch of mobs that spawned in here, which is kind of crazy. That's like the most mobs that we've seen all video, to be honest. I really thought we would have seen more. Tons of creepers. That's nice. That's cool. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because the caves are actually so massive. The mobs are like spawning in all of the other caves instead of only in the cave that I'm in. And so therefore, mob spawning, concentration, in the cave that I'm in is kind of low and actually not that bad. It might actually just be naturally balanced, which is kind of cool. To be honest, not a baby zombie. No. All right, well, we've had enough with the mobs over here. I think we can go ahead and fly back over here a little bit safer. That's so cool. That is amazing. All right, but one more thing that I wanted to try. They did it at Minecraft Live in the videos. I saw some of you guys ask me to do this one too. Boats in the new caves. What if? How good would this be? So you find this giant water pit right here. Like this is big. Instead of having a elytra, just haven't found one quite yet. Yep, there we go. I have a boat, or I had a boat. Hold on. How good would a boat be in these caves? So, of course, we're going to have different water levels, which could be really cool. Go down the waterfall, like right there, with a boat. It's insanely dark. Can barely see it, but check that out. That was pretty fun. But there's no going back up, so probably shouldn't have done that. All right, so let's try that again. We put the boat in here. We sail around this way, and maybe go this way. There was more water over here. Are we going to be able to get anywhere, though? Not really, but the boat could be a good way, potentially, to cover, like, a lot of ground. Sail around, light things up, and then maybe get over to, like, this ledge right here. And, oh, that's going to be tricky. Oh, that's a drown, too. We're not going to be able to get up there. Right? I'm pretty sure we can't sail up a waterfall. No, we sail down the waterfall. Yeah, so that's going to be a little bit tricky. Unless you're starting out on the high ground and then going down, using a boat might not be the best. But it could potentially be a good way to avoid trident drown and cover large amounts of space in a cave if you don't have an elytra. Okay, finally, before we do anything else, one final thing, night vision. What does it look like? How big is this cave? Oh my gosh, this is a gigantic cave. This thing is massive. I'm so excited for these caves. Like, imagine this. This would be my thinking. We have, like, an entrance over here. Maybe this goes up to the surface. We would terraform it. Over here, you have, like, a couple houses, a building or something. Then you have water, and then over here, maybe, like, a custom villager village under the ground. And then buildings under the water, too. Sea pickle farm, turtles, you know, everything like that. Bring the mobs down here and just live under the ground, like a whole city under here. And you would have to do relatively minimal mining because the space is so big already. Like, obviously clean things up and make more room for building. Oh, this is going to be so cool. I can't wait for this update. This is amazing. Okay, next up, Super Flat World. Let's check this out really quick. Not in survival this time. We'll just go ahead and make this world in creative mode, fly under the ground, and see what it looks like. Okay, brand new world. Here we are. Let's give ourselves night vision so we can see. Boom, there we go. Spectator mode, under the ground, and caves. No caves generating super flat. So that's how that one works. Forgot about that. All right, another brand new world. We have night vision. The caves are cavey, for sure. There's a big ocean, but the caves are cavey. How about the stronghold, though? Where is the stronghold? Has generation been changed at all in relation to the world? Where does it generate? This is a really bad example, but this is where it generates, right at the bottom of the ocean. The stronghold isn't very far under the ground, so that makes me think that stronghold generation has not been changed at all in the snapshot, which is probably the case. I mean, we're all the way at Y23, but now that doesn't feel that far under the ground. The interesting thing here, though, is these caves. So we're in the ocean biome, and I don't know if this is just like an aquifer or what. It probably is, but there is an absurd amount of water in these caves, or at least that's kind of what it looks like. Look at this. These are just entirely flooded. Again, maybe it's an aquifer, because this cave isn't flooded over here, but that's kind of weird. Also, I love what they did with the mine shafts. Yes, the logs just connected to the platforms like that is a little weird looking, but it fits the vanilla vibe so much. Like, look at this. That's like a double layer mine shaft. That's so cool. But let's try that stronghold hunt again. We'll go really far away and we'll locate a brand new stronghold. And then hopefully this time it's not at the bottom of an ocean. I'd like to see... Okay. Okay, well actually this time the stronghold is way deeper down. Like, look at this. We're all the way down in the negative. So stronghold generation, it happens actually down in the new territory as well. The new generation below the old bedrock level. That's very interesting. This would be like really difficult to get to if this weren't an ocean up there. Now this brings me to my next point that I wanted to make really quick here because we don't know too much about it, but the deep dark, where will it generate? So of course, no factual information quite yet, we don't know, but I'm hoping that the deep dark generates below a set Y level. I think that would be really, really cool. Okay, this is crazy. Look at this. It's a stronghold in a giant cavern. Maybe it wouldn't be so hard to find after all. That's cool. Okay, anyways, the Deep Dark. I think it could potentially be really cool to see the Deep Dark consistently generate across the whole world, basically. Maybe everywhere below, like, Y30. There would be more than one ward in a world, like it would be a recurring spawning thing, maybe even a way that you could summon the beast in. That would be cool. And yeah, it would basically just be the challenge at the bottom of the world. I would think that diamonds would no longer generate at the absolute bottom of the world, just deeper down in the world, not at Y11, and maybe at like I don't know, negative 20 and below or something like that, and then even farther down, you have the Deep Dark, which is probably just the Deep Dark. Probably no more new ores or anything like that. We already have copper, and ancient debris was in the last update, so yeah, just readjusting where the ores spawn. I feel like that's a good idea. And then the Deep Dark at the deep bottom of the world. This update, no matter what, is going to be so amazing. Alright, so maybe some of you have already seen this one, but check this out. So we have a new world right here. We go to more world options. We're going to change this to a single biome, and we're going to make it the Dripstone Caves. Then, if we check out the caves in this world, then the caves are going to be full of drip. 100%. Tons and tons of dripstone. Check this out over here. So this is like an old style ravine right here. Actually open to the surface, and we have dripstone at the bottom. That's so cool looking. But what I'd like to find is one of those gigantic caverns, hopefully without water. I mean, this one has water, which could be cool to see. But look at this. All of that dripstone under there, that is so cool looking. That's amazing. Yeah, like, wow, it's not the biggest cavern in the world, but it's really cool how the pointed dripstone is connecting in here and just going down, and there's dripstone all over the place. But there's one big thing that is kind of standing out to me. Big thing, the stone. The stone is everywhere. Now, maybe this generation is still being worked on and changed, but honestly, I feel like either A, there's too much stone, it needs to be swapped out for something, or B, there just needs to be more dripstone, like, all over the place, because this is really cool. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But when I think of a dripstone cave, like that, it's cool. And this over here, it might be even more cool, but it's just not as dripstone-y as I would have thought. One possible solution that I could think of to this is maybe swapping the massive amount of stone generation here out for a little bit of dripstone and a little bit more granite. So this dripstone caves would be made out of granite and dripstone heavily. There would definitely be some stone here too, but it would be a whole lot less stone. I feel like that could be cool. Also, alongside granite, what about diorite and andesite? What's going to happen to those? I personally would love to see almost like a new cave biome for a ton of the stuff, but what do you think? Personally, I can't decide if I like the idea of it generating in blotches like it does right now, in a particular biome, Or maybe in just layers. Like maybe there's a particular Y range with just a bunch of diorite, so you probably just shouldn't go there. Yeah, so the new caves, they're really cool looking, and they're a completely different game than the current caves, which is amazing. It's only been like 10 years. That's gonna do it though for today's video, elites. Remember, smash like, subscribe. Big shout out to Cat0808 and Lord Zenera. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for watching. Beautiful. 1000K, let's go.